Hear what this man has to say about how Southeast has been left for a very long time in this country. The only time a Southeasterner will emerge, wuru enter. And for the people that are talking about the Southeasterners, that they are tribalistic, just hear this man out. A region that has supported every political party in this country. They even supported Obasanjo, and left their own son, Ikemba, our late Ikemba Ojukwu, Ikemba of Nnewi. Southeasterners left our Ikemba and went and supported Obasanjo. And someone will still come. We've been supporting back to back. Support Obasanjo, support Yaradua, support Goodluck, back to back, without doing it with our full chest. Now it's now time. I know Nigerians supported, there's so many Nigerians, but some siri, because of this, I don't know how a blog went and raised tribalism, everything can't change. Igbos now can't turn to tribalistic people in your eye. We left our own Ikemba Ojukwu and supported Obasanjo. So a region that has done all these things for all the political parties over the years cannot be faulted for supporting their own. The Southeasterners have been neglected for over a long time in this country. Hear what this man has to say. And someone was telling me the other day that Obasanjo is not a Yoruba man. That Tinubu is the only real. They always talk about this real, full-blooded. I don't understand them. It's not me hearing real or no real, full-blooded, half-blooded. Me, I don't understand you people. Know that Obasanjo is not from Yoruba. That Obasanjo's mother is from Nnewi, Abi father is from Nnewi. Me, I don't know. I don't know what you are saying. That is Tinubu. That is the only Yoruba president they've gotten. Oh, Obasanjo is no longer from Yoruba. That is from Nnewi. people, the way full-blooded, half-blooded that this one. It's not like that in my own side though. Hence person Papa is from this particular place. Nobody talks about the mother. Automatically you are from that place and they will welcome you wholeheartedly. If you don't even know how to speak their language, they teach you how to speak. Not castigating you that you don't know how to speak. So let's hear this man, what he has to say about Southeasterners. Because this thing is too much. And you people say we are one Nigeria. We are not one Nigeria. We are not one Nigeria because it's getting out of hand. And hear what he has to say about obedient movement. How Peter Obi came with. Fayose said Peter Obi is a hurricane. Yeah, he said Peter Obi is, I think, a storm. He came like a storm. This is the person they say he does not have structure. Does not have structure. Omehananya, vam. Omehananya, fom. Please, you put your watch what this man analyzed. And help me and share the video.
The Southeast part of this country has supported every other region for the presidency since 1999. And they have voted along the same pattern. They give block votes to whoever they support in every election cycle. So between 1999 and 2007, for example, they supported the candidates of the PDP, Obasanjo in 1999 and 2003, and Umaru Musa Yar'Adua in 2007. The same block vote. Even when one of theirs, the late Ikemba Nnewi, Chief Odumogu Ojukwu, contested in 2003 and 2007. He lost in the Southeast. The Southeast voted for a party they've supported since 1999. In 2011, they repeated the same thing for Goodluck Jonathan, who was from the South-South. In 2019, was even more interesting. They supported Atiku Abubakar from the Northeast with the same resolve, the same seriousness as we've seen them repeat in this election. So, in 2023, they felt that, look, now that power is supposed to be coming to the southern part of the country, and the fact that they have been very loyal to the PDP, to the extent that they suffered some level of exclusion under the current administration because of the 95, 97 and 5% doctrine, they felt it was legitimately their turn. Unfortunately, the PDP failed to zone their presidency to the south. as supposed to be the case, they fail to consider this very important region of the country that has been their most loyal support base since 1999, and have paid all their dues to this party. And so the PDP violated its own zoning and decided to sail against the wind of presidency that was blowing south by 2023. And this is why the PDP ship appears to have wrecked. And in this instance, a region that has done the same thing for every other part of this country since 1999 and in 24 years cannot be faulted for voting for one of their own at a time they felt we have a legitimate right to ask for us to be included as the president of this country. And if you consider the fact that we fought a civil war that we are yet to fully recover from, this was an opportunity for the PDP to have given Nigerians the opportunity now to actually have a Nigerian president of Southeast extraction who was also acceptable across board. And that was the interesting thing about Mr. Peter Obi. Mr. Peter Obi enjoyed a lot of support because of his own personal integrity, because of his qualities, leadership qualities that are considered as germane for a country in financial distress such as Nigeria. And so the PDP failed to take advantage of that to field a popular candidate from the Southeast and use their structure across the country to support him to emerge. That failure has cost the party this election. But the Southeast simply made a statement that we can no longer be taken for granted any longer. And that is one thing that the president-elect must ponder on and move quickly to assuage their feelings and make sure he runs an all-inclusive government that gives that region a sense of belonging so that they can be reconciled with the Nigerian state, which is their own country. However, this shows that you can no longer take the Southeast for granted. They had a very strong showing in this election, and this provides an opportunity for the president-elect, who must take the lead now in healing a fractured country from a very divisive election. So he has to take the lead. He shouldn't wait for Peter Obi or Atiku, for that matter, to call him. No, he should be the one making the call this time around because he needs to legitimize his victory. He needs to reach out to them. He needs to visit them. He needs to do all within his power to bring them on board and run a government of national unity. We saw a third force movement, popularly called the Obedient Movement, that supported the Labour Party candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, for his bid to rule Nigeria democratically. And we saw the effort that was put in to the extent that they disrupted votes, they disrupted the strongholds of the two leading establishment political parties in Nigeria. It was such a feat that was one of the gains of this election. In fact, if you ask me, the Obedient, and of course the candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, are actually the MVPs in this election. For me, they have done exceedingly well. They practically disrupted the entire process like nobody saw, and they did it positively, peacefully, in a very organized manner. They proved bookmakers and naysayers wrong. Those who described them as 4 people tweeting from a room, those who said they are just on Twitter, they're not on ground, they don't have PVCs, these young men and women came out to prove otherwise. And they made a loud statement. They took 11 states plus the FCT. They won the polling units in the villa. So this tells you that, look, something is changing. And so the pressure will now be on the president-elect to hit the ground running in delivering the dividends of democracy from day one. In fact, this is one of the best elections I've seen in the outcome because the president-elect was not coronated by an overwhelming majority vote of Nigerians. He was reluctantly hired. So he'll be on edge. It's like on probation. He needs to prove a point that we need to make his employment permanent.